Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that by far, one of the most interesting group of characters that will be a part of Star Wars Episode 9's story has all to do with the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren in this movie by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, when we look at the Knights of Ren, we only know that we only got a little glimpse of them in The Force Awakens / Episode 7 in that rainy storm sequence, where it left a lot of mystery behind the backstory of those characters that JJ will be exploring in this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting when it comes to Kylo Ren, the Knights of Ren, and yes, even the Dark Spire. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing is that a description of Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren heading into the Dark Spire, where it's described that they eventually come across a room full of ancient Sith statues. It's said that the Knights of Ren bring a device with them that was stolen from the Acolytes of the Beyond that contains vital information about the ancient Jedi and Sith, as well as the origins of the Force and the Beyond, with the secrets that it holds. It's described that this device that the Knights of Ren use in the Dark Spire will change certain principles in the Star Wars franchise and the way fans see the series. It's said that the device is shaped like a hexagon and glows in a red color, and is around the size of Darth Vader's helmet. Additionally, it's said that the device will allow certain truths that will be provided to Kylo Ren about the dark side of the Force that will benefit Kylo in the story. It's said that the new threat is connected to this device in the film as well. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this and as to why I find this to be very interesting and fascinating and, well, something that is just mystifying me to the max here. So first things first, I want to go over the Knights of Ren and the Dark Spire. So the Dark Spire is going to be this large castle-like structure that is going to be quite an important piece in the second act of the film, and is actually said to be an inversion of Rey's adventure into the Lost City. So this device is actually said to change history within the Star Wars franchise, basically how a lot of fans perceive certain aspects and elements of the Star Wars movies, and it will change many principles within the Skywalker saga. So that's one thing to keep note of here. The other thing is that the Knights of Ren actually stole this device from the Acolytes of the Beyond. Now, as of today, we know little to nothing about the Acolytes of the Beyond, other than the fact that they are the ones that discovered Darth Vader's lightsaber. If you guys have read some of the books out there, it implies that the Acolytes of the Beyond discovered the Darth Vader lightsaber and stuff like that, since they are indeed dark side worshippers. So, the Knights of Ren actually stole this device from the Acolytes, and that this device has something to do with certain truths about the galaxy, the dark side of the Force, as well as other aspects of Episode 9, and in the entire Skywalker saga. So, we do know that the new threat is going to be connected to this device that is described, by the way, to be in the form of a hexagon that glows in a red hue. So, with that being said, alright, we do know that all this takes place within the Dark Spire. The Dark Spire is going to be a very special part of the movie that involves Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren in this story. So, with that being said, when we look at J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, we do know that Legends material / the expanded universe is really going to play a major role as inspiration in the actual story of Episode 9, the storytelling, right? And that's one thing to look forward to, especially if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan who really loves the expanded universe. This story is really going to have a lot of elements from what is no longer canon. So, the Dark Spire, the Knights of Ren, Kylo Ren, and this unknown device that is going to reshape certain principles within the Skywalker saga, I think is a bit of a risk by Disney and Lucasfilm. I will admit, I really do think it's a risk. You know, looking at what they are doing with this movie, we do know that not only are they playing it very safe when it comes to the marketing of the film, but they're also doing a lot of new things in this movie that's really going to open up a lot of new possibilities for the future of the Star Wars franchise, such as new movies and new spin-off films and TV shows, whatever have you, right? So this movie is really going to be the foundation of all of that. So with that being said, guys, I mean, when we look at the Dark Spire, Kylo and the Knights, there are a lot of secrets that are stored within that structure, and it's going to be one of the major points in the plot of this movie. So the Knights of Ren, I'm really happy to know that they are going to be a significant part of the story. They're not going to be like a little cameo or, you know, like characters that have a small role in the film, they're actually going to be very, very big in this movie and will actually have a huge effect on the plot of the film and exactly where things are really going to go in Star Wars Episode 9. So the other thing that I do want to touch on is how the Knights of Ren are actually going to be the ones that actually do deliver new truths about the Beyond. Now, to this day, we don't know what the Beyond really is in this movie, and I'm sure that we will learn about it at Star Wars Celebration. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.